Oh,
Fuck
cartoon.
minute! Last week it was 1 minute! I'm getting ripped off!
I upped it because you failed.
Now you're being punished.
Now you're being punished.
This is unfair. This is incrimination upon my
This
goat!
is
Unfloopin' believable. Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
On that note, you guys should listen to Falconer. Falconer are pretty... I almost said it, but Falconer are pretty sweet.
Yeah. How sweet are they?
sweet.
Well, I'll
too
tell you how
sweet.
sweet they are, but that includes a swear word.
Well, there you go. Don't tell us how sweet they are at all. Why don't
My
you,
God.
why don't
Golly
you
gee.
just tell us how great this game is? Because it's time.
Yeah,
Good,
I
'cause
can't
I was
lie
about
to
to get
the
off
honest
topic.
viewers. I wish I was lying, but yes, we are playing Winter's Gate today. Gosh dang, I just kind of spat on myself. Whoops. But yeah, we are playing Winter's Gate. It's been an eventful last couple of weeks. You guys were at a dinner party. That was good fun.
Mhm.
But yeah, now I have to actually wrangle you guys back into the plot, or
Please
yeah,
wrangle us
let you
back
guys go
into
on
the
off
plot.
on your own adventure. I don't know, fucking. Ah, damn it, I did it. Whoops. How long was that?
Minute and a half. You're really bad at this.
How many minutes?
A minute and a half.
Hey!
That's a new record!
Minute mark. At least.
Deary me.
Well, it just means you guys don't get paid for this episode.
I don't get paid.
Wait,
in
we're
general.
getting paid?
No. Not at this rate, you're not.
Yeah, Rin sends me dividends.
I'm not the one that cusses all the time.
It's true.
I mean,
Ah.
I am the talent.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's why you should hold your fellow co-workers as accountable.
I am absolutely kidding. I am the worst one here.
Maybe you'd get results, Dino.
I'm too lazy for that.
There you go.
I don't get paid enough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
None of us do. Anyways, our sponsor today is Grinding Coffee Co. For all your grinding coffee needs, use the Party Wipe Games code to get a 10% discount. They have 4 delicious new flavors that I'm sure Shane knows all about and will tell you everything about.
Holy hot!
Yeah, you weren't prepared.
Dang it, I almost sweat again.
It's
No, I've already done it now. It's too fucking late.
Yeah, you
They
might
have
as
new
well-
flavors. I did not hear about this. God damn, I have to look at them right motherfucker now.
They're pretty great.
Oh yeah, I don't have to worry about exiting and then having my camera go away.
Yes, you can stumble away at your leisure.
Well, because I remembered that I need to turn off my alarm that goes off at 10.
Oh, hot damn. I'm not sure if this is new or just haven't checked their site for a while, but they have a new Power Your Career coffee. Salted caramel, silky sweet citrus. Ooh, doesn't that sound fantastic, viewers?
It sounds amazing because I totally love coffee.
And they also have that in a decaf for all those people that actually have to get to bed tonight.
I'm drinking coffee so I can stay conscious through this.
Yes, because I am such a lull.
Eating fries.
But yes, they are a lovely sponsor. They make some fucking damn good coffee. That wasn't a word. Never mind. Anyhow,
Biz
with
now.
that business out of the way, we are playing Winter's Gate. When last we left our adventurers, you guys were having a dinner party
Yeah.
that was coming to a conclusion when, specifically, Envy tried to tail a certain mark, but came to a dead end. She instead, instead
You
found
good?
that the room they followed their specific mark to was empty. With all but their... I don't believe they're on friendly terms, so their accomplice... No, that's too good of a term. Their co-worker, Allison, a somewhat dexterous individual hired by Guzrock, who informed them that Radimus Ingle had teleported away before they arrived. And let us resume, if you will.
Let us resume.
Are we picking up right where we left off?
Sure. What is your immediate next step after the unsuccessful tailing? Your date for the night had left you already, and you were left with your companion, Allison.
I was going to go back.
I'm sorry.
No, you good. What were you gonna say?
I believe you almost got into a shouting argument with Percival of Percival's Piss Up Parlor. But then he told you to leave.
Me. Yes, that did happen. And it was going to be more than a shouting match. I was going to kick his ass, but it's all right. But yes, I am going to go back to the restaurant and inform any of my compatriots that are not with significant others right now, which I know at least Guzrock is not, because that person is with me right now.
Hello.
Dang, stole your girl.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna walk in, but I'm not gonna hold the door for Allison. I'm gonna let it shut behind me and be like, Guzrock, I found a clue that ended up not being a clue.
Neat.
Yes. I followed Radimus back to the inn that he was staying at, and we went through this whole elaborate plan to figure stuff out, and then when we actually went into his room, he had teleported away.
Checks out.
Yeah. But we at least know he can teleport. And that Pervious, whatever his name is, I'm just gonna call him Pervert, is an asshole. And even if you're not staying the night, he won't refund you your room.
Why don't you just, why don't you challenge him in the arena?
Hey. I just might if we don't have any plans. Not right now, but whenever the next time we can do that is.
Okay.
Where are the others?
Guzrock just, points upward.
Shall we go tell them of the news?
Maybe hold off on a bit.
Okay. Well, then what do we want to do?
Well, I got nothing going on for the rest of the evening. Tomorrow, however, I will be very busy.
Is the restaurant going to be open tomorrow?
In the evening.
Is the restaurant going to be open forever?
Is this real life?
More that it is a restaurant, so it has to be open to make money.
Yes.
Okay. Well, do we just want to go to bed, or do we want to do something fun?
Well, I have
Do we want to go somewhere? Yes.
Also, Allison, I need your input as well. So I had a thought.
Yes.
Oh no, you had a thought.
Yes, a whole one of thought.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, what do you think if I opened up the opportunity for some folk to do work, like not like working in the restaurant, I mean like running supplies or acquiring goods and that kind of thing to earn some more free vouchers. It'll give people who aren't stacked with cash a chance to enjoy my food.
You
Yeah.
know, darling,
It'll also assist the restaurant.
you can, and you have hired laborers for a rather cheap price. Is something specifically wrong with that?
Nope.
I think it's a great idea. I think you should go with it. And I would be happy to do some of those too. And I'm sure Angron would too if it involves killing.
You're not necessarily sure of that. When
Hey.
last you saw him, he was angrily storming off because he didn't get to kill a wizard.
Hey, I am sure of it. Because it's killing things.
Hmm.
And maybe
Okay.
the other two? But they also don't really seem like errand people.
Sorry, what now?
The lesbians.
Oh, yes.
I don't know.
Lesbians.
Sure though. You'd have to ask them.
Hmm. I'll consider it as like a special offer thing that I can do every once in a while.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. And it would not cost you a lot of money.
It wouldn't cost
Because
me any
you'd
money.
be giving away vouchers.
It wouldn't cost me any money. They'd be doing work for me. Quite frankly, it's the same as them doing work and making money to actually try my food, so I guess it doesn't really. I guess it's really just kind of the same thing.
To get that whole tribe of kobolds to do it, the one that tried to not pay.
Oh yes, you do try not to pay. Which also,
Yeah, you could.
which also my
you could
food
get
was
him.
really good. They will reluctantly return with entire
Yeah.
with the hordes of their wealth.
Cool.
And then the dragon they took it from will come here and be like, why has my gold been moved here? And I will be like, because my food is amazing. And then the dragon will like, it can't be that amazing. And then I will be like, but it is. And then I will be like, and then they will be like, prove it. And then I will. And then they'd be like, this is amazing. Have more of my hoard.
Phew. I'm kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think that sounds like a great plan.
And that's the story of how I made friends with the dragon.
I would love to make friends with the dragon, and then I could ride it, and then it could blow fire all over cities. That would be sure. That would, I don't know English. That would
The fuck is
definitely.
English?
That is to say, common.
I don't know common right now. That will definitely get Rakdos' attention. I will add that to my to-do list. Befriend a dragon.
Sounds like fun.
Yes. Well, hold on,
I
it's
agree.
coming to me. If that's all, then do we want to go to bed?
Yes, I'm going to need to, going to have a lot to do.
I might go back to the room that I paid for.
You still have that room.
Hey, I paid for it. I can sue him if he does not let me sleep there.
This is true. Enjoy your room.
Suggesting lawyers are part of my world.
I will sue him as in
I will invent lawyers. Hit sue you.
as in sue as in kill and then throw him in the sewers.
This is where the term "sue" comes from.
Or we could make him into soup.
Ha!
Now you're talking Ghost Rock's language.
Yes. Cool.
Perhaps I will come up with a dish. It will be called the sue.
Pervert.
No, I don't think anyone wants to eat pervert. But the sue, it will be a dish of challenging. When someone is presented with this dish, it is to say that they must consume it to gain the strength they will need to face the challenge of battle that they will have with the person who delivered it with them.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Thus, I have invented lawyering.
Lawyering.
Yes.
That sounds interesting. Don't like it.
I don't like it either.
A rock dislodges from your roof and bounces off your head.
Ah!
Hold on. You guys have to see this.
Oh boy, what we gotta see? Wait for it.
Look at that!
Ah,
Oh, look at that cute little thing.
kitty. Boop.
Mm-mm.
They're like, I see you're doing something and I require attention.
It was just so cute. I looked down and she just poked her eyes out like that, but it was just her eyes and ears, and I had to show you. Okay, we're good now. You're welcome.
Yeah. Well,
But yes. Cool. I think I'm all good. I'm just gonna go back to the place, and if he doesn't let me stay the night, I will yell at him.
okay.
He absolutely does not. In fact, the moment you walk in, he demands you leave after having damaged his door upstairs.
Alright, that did happen.
Ooh, found out about that.
I paid for my room. I will not be leaving. How do you know I was the one that damaged the door?
You see, it was blown off its hinges, but you were the only one to travel up there tonight. The rest of the guests, so to say, they're still sitting down here drinking.
I actually know of 2 other people that were in that room at the same time as me. Actually 3.
Well, you give it up quite easily.
How so? Where is your proof, Mr. Pervert?
He simply laughs. I'm afraid hinges and fixing a door isn't a convenient task, but I suppose you have technically paid for the room.
Mm-hmm.
Another 2 gold will leave me happy.
Ah, this, and I leave.
Good
I still
mending
am-
spell could fix that door.
I don't have a mending spell.
Jordan
Or
is
just set it
otherwise
on fire.
occupied.
I don't even think I do have mending. I was like, I don't even think Jordan has mending.
Can I? You shouldn't have given me that idea.
I didn't even know if she had mending until 2 seconds ago.
No, not that one. You said, or just set it on fire.
Oh. Oh, whoops.
I want to use firebolt on a pile of leaves outside the door.
You're gonna make me roll up a bunch of fucking stat blocks for characters that I haven't thought about.
No, I'm going to run
How
away.
stealthy are you being about this?
I'm
maneuver?
very stealthy. I am a monk.
Oh yeah, show me then.
Okay.
With disadvantage because you're quite literally casting a ball of light.
What if I use my tinderbox?
That's a different story, I suppose.
I'll use my tinderbox.
It's not necessarily better, but I'll allow it.
Never mind.
It is still arson all the same.
From last time. Roll.
Yeah. You walk out of Percival's
wait,
parlor and you
wait.
probably like, oh yeah, I'll get you back, and kneel directly next to the door.
Question.
Like- Yes.
Can I use my inspiration from drawing my picture?
That would give you advantage. That would give you a 10. I suppose I'll allow it.
Okay. It's better than me critically failing.
Critical fails don't technically exist. But yeah, it's not amazing work. You still kneel down in a very open place, and you're just like, yeah, fucking get at a bit of steel, get at a bit of flint and a knife, and just fucking swing, 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 get a couple of sparks, and they catch onto some of the wood and some of the twine that's used to hold the wooden, like, the word's not bollards, like the wooden beams together, and it starts smoldering, and that's probably about the time you start to run away.
Yes.
Yes, you'll have to check back with that one tomorrow.
That's okay. Even if it's just a little, even if I just left my mark. I'll just slowly nick away at it every single night. Eventually the whole thing will catch on fire.
Alright. What are the newlyweds up to?
Not married yet.
Well, there was talk
The
about eating a
soon to be
pervert, so-
newlyweds.
Queen, what are you doing?
Wow, nobody
Sorry, I'll
heard
mute
that
myself.
great zinger.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said there was talk about eating a pervert.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there are two perverts eating. There are quite a few perverts upstairs eating each other.
That's true.
Yes,
Probably true.
you are currently having a noise match between, yourselves and Lorian's parents.
And Guzrock and Allison. And Guzrock's like, we're winning!
And they're just downstairs in the kitchen banging pots and pans together.
Yep.
The neighbors fucking despise you. So you kids are currently sleeping, or currently otherwise disposed, or engaged, or...
Yeah.
Yes.
They're done for the night.
Alrighty. I'm gonna assume you guys have a lovely evening, and Lorien totally probably last at least, an hour before she passes out. But an hour later, Lorian, give me a wisdom check. Just straight wisdom.
Straight? Oh, I can't do straight wisdom.
Give me a wisdom
would-
anything.
18.
Yeah, very nice.
It's my only good roll for the night. Enjoy.
When you finally doze, or when you finally fall to sleep that day, your vision is brought upon the peg once more. The magically entwined length of metal that has been carved in intricate runes and symbols. You're intimately familiar with this thing, as it caused you to have a very lovely time last time you saw it. But soon your vision is drawn away, as within a dream you appear into reality. Within a camp, there are 3 small tents before you. You simply step into one of them that is vacant, or rather empty. You sit down and open a journal. Opening the first page, you find a picture of a well-drawn elf standing heroically on a mountaintop. And then you blink away the image and wake up.
What a shitty dream.
It really was. But alas, we come to the next morning. Guzrock has just had a very successful opening night, and I hope you wrote down how much gold you got up, because I certainly did not.
Everything but the last bit that you said you would get to me.
Ha! Got him.
Oh, don't tell me that, Shay. That seems like a fast one you try to pull.
No,
No.
there's still customers that haven't paid yet.
Yeah, they're the
Oh,
ones
right,
upstairs
yes,
talking.
alright. Guzrock is a military kind of man. At least he was back in his youth. Do you get up nice and early, or do you sleep in? What do you do in the morning?
I imagine he gets up relatively early.
Yeah.
He's not like crack of dawn, but I mean,
Yeah, it's kind of like a discipline that you've grown yourself into, but you've also slacked on it over the last couple of decades, so what was once the crack of dawn is now, a couple of hours past the crack of dawn.
yeah.
But you're still up nice and early. It's probably 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning, and you're stumbling out into the hall, and the door to your directly across from your room cracks open, and someone peeks out, looking from side to side, and then
What a shame.
spotting a large minotaur, and they close the door again.
Warning.
From the other side of the room, side of the door, there's a simple "Good morning."
I will politely leave it at that and go to make breakfast.
We'll be with you for breakfast in a moment.
Sounds good. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Through the crack in the door, you very clearly saw someone that Lorien likely pointed out to you the night before, which was Mother Tatty. God damn it, where the fuck did I hide her character sheet? Yes, Mother Tatriciel Riker. And naturally, true to their word, it's probably about 20 minutes before. Some people make the good old-fashioned walk of shame down the stairs and come into the restaurant. Mother Tatriciel, fucking god damn it. And arm in arm is Gwenlia, their partner. They quietly sit down at their own table.
So, today for breakfast we have dire chicken eggs and toast with spider jelly.
They both give you a curious look. They quirk their brows, and Tatriciel is the first to speak up, and she kind of simply nods and oh, that is a rather exotic breakfast, but I'd be delighted to have to partake in some. It is nice of you to offer your hospitality.
Of course.
On that matter, I do believe we may have skipped out on your fine service last night. My memory is not what it once was, I'm afraid.
There's no worries. I trust the sires of my good friend to be of the honorable sort. And as I am now running a business, I do try my best to keep. He takes out the little spectacles that are still too small. And I try to keep everything. Yep, I can read it still. Here we are. And just like, and just extends it, or tells them whatever it was meant to be.
They probably went all out on the wine, so it was probably a solid, like, 40 gold between the two of them.
Damn, they enjoyed themselves.
Very much. Mother Gwenlia is kind of taken aback. She, oh, it seems we had a rather eventful night. Oh, the wine must have been strong. It's unfortunate I don't quite remember much of it. Allow me, dear. She digs out, digs into what more or less accounts to a purse, and takes out a sheet of paper, and a pen and an inkwell. Opens the inkwell, dip, then signs a sheet of paper that more or less reads, charge this forward to my dearest daughter, Lorien. And she hands that to you.
So, just so I'm understanding this right, Lorian's like, charge my parents, and the parents are like, charge my daughter?
Yes, absolutely.
I hold both of those up side by side. It seems like an endless cycle. How do I resolve this?
Oh, for the love of... I was... sorry, dear. I was simply making a joke. I didn't mean to involve you. Give me those. She reaches up and snatches the bills and reads them extensively. and glances to Mother Tatriel. Oh, fuck. Mother Tatty for forever. Glances to Mother Tatty and like, our daughter was buying high quality beverages for that tart, and slides the bill between themselves.
Guzrak looks very thoughtful. He's still trying to resolve this riddle. I feel like as a Minotaur, this is like a personal labyrinth.
Perhaps it's ought time to cut her off, says Mother Tatty in response. And Gwenlea quickly, that will hardly do, then she'll just be more inclined to run off with those individuals. But what would you have me do, dear? Well, perhaps leave it up to them, or simple murder. Your choice. Says Gwenlea in response, as she starts digging out a bag of gold and counting out coins.
While they're in the middle of that, there's a sudden like thud on the table as Guzrak like slaps a hand down. I've got it. Tragedy. Tragedy ends all cycles.
They kind of blink and look back to each other and look back to you. Blink again. They were seemingly in their own little world, having their own friendly conversation.
So is Guzrak.
Eventually, Gwenlea is the first to speak. Sorry, sir. What exactly do you mean?
There was a riddle. I was trying to piece together what might resolve cycles, and in order to put an end to a cycle, it would have to be a tragic event, something that makes people go, we cannot allow this to happen ever again, and causes people to turn over a new leaf, to be inspired to be better people, and starts new cycles, better cycles, stronger cycles. Also, food could be the answer too.
The two of them kind of look to each other, and then back to you, and look to each other again, and eventually Mother Tatty kind of just shrugs and, it's a good suggestion, but I do believe I'd rather just punch on with that piker motherfucker.
Oh, you want to fight them? I was referring to the endless cycle of the bills, but that I suppose that also works for your rivalry.
Oh. Yes, sorry, young man. My mind is not about me this morning.
Oh, no
Why?
worries.
Your beverages were quite strong.
If you don't mind my asking, and he's probably pouring probably like a tea or coffee or something. What probably has both of them available. And he just pours cups for each of them. If you don't mind me asking, well, how did this rivalry come about? I may yet be old enough to have seen its development.
They kind of glance to one another, and Gwenlea kind of gives a half-hearted shrug as if to suggest to her partner that she's not going to fill in the story. So Mother Tatriel kind of thinks on it. Why, it all started when their kind was cutting us down and hunting us for sport. It's a worrisome memory, but we try not to dwell on it. We just look forward.
Guzrak is gonna think back to his days as a soldier, and this may not come up, but knowing that both the Riker and Picard families are warrior families, would his days as a soldier have had him come across any of them in the past? Not directly, mind you, but maybe through like, oh, they might have heard of this, this conflict going on.
Yeah, give me a history check.
Yeah, I'm a smart Minotaur. I'm just slightly above average smart. That sucks.
Unfortunately, with a 7 or a 3, I don't believe you had guidance.
I did not. I forgot to turn that off last session.
Yes, unfortunately, with a 3, have a vague idea that maybe these noble families were involved in the war effort, but you don't remember any specifics.
Okay.
And thankfully, I don't have to cut to Rin or Daito to make them
Thank you for failing.
come up with a bunch of lore on the spot.
Just for that, I'm going to use my inspiration. No, I'm not. I do. However, Guzrak does kind of like sit back and like probably has this cup that's probably way too small for him. Well, in my personal experience, speaking as someone who did wind up turning against some others in their younger days. I think as the generations come, younger generations are going to find their own path. This should not be a bad thing. If you, hello, goodbye.
The bot exploded, I believe.
If you intend to continue your conflict, try not to place the sins of try not to place the sins of your rivals onto the backs of their children.
I've taught my dear girl from a very young age that those are not to be trusted. But this is hardly the time or the place to discuss it.
Well,
I am sorry for bringing you into this little debacle, young man. It was a joyous occasion, and it was a pleasure to be invited. Mother Tatrasel kind of fishes out her purse of coin, and we should be off. We can't, rather shouldn't, take up your precious residence any longer.
You are welcome back anytime.
Do take care of Lorien. She is eager, for a lack of better words.
Yeah, she is.
I suppose it runs in the family.
This house will be open to them all times. I will watch over them so long as I am around them. And when I am not, I will be at their call.
Thank you, young man. Why, you will ever be in the good graces of House Riker. At least, in my eyes. And Gwenlia nods her head in agreement.
I am honored.
Then clings to Mother Tatty's arm, and they slowly start to turn to leave.
Just raises the little cup and then sips, but it's like one sip for him.
Fair enough. They, stumble away. Anyhow, they're on their way home. What are the rest of you guys doing? Are you guys up to anything fun today?
We've been told the drastic news.
There's one thing I would like to do at the end of that conversation.
Yeah, sure.
I'd like to make an insight check to see if they are trying.
Trying.
Yes.
Yeah, roll, and then please elaborate.
Yeah, 9. I don't think I need to elaborate with a 9. But trying to, trying and failing, but trying to accept, Lorian's happiness.
They didn't get into a blatant fist fight with their daughter.
That is true.
That is a start.
Mhm.
And
Improvement.
they did say some honeyed words alongside suggestions of murder and scowling and disowning and stuff like that, but they didn't suggest that they would go further than that. So it's not the worst outcome in the world,
Oh,
at least Azrock.
It's definitely much better than how things ended with him and his brother and probably father.
Yeah, this seems like a nice walk through the park compared to that.
Yeah, much less blood and viscera.
But unfortunately, you're unable to read them. They're kind of still probably on the side of surly, so
Yeah.
a lot of what they say can probably be taken with a grain of salt.
I think that when Lorian wakes with a start, Jordan would reach over and put a hand on her chest or back. I'm not sure if how she sleeps. How they sleep.
They probably sleep like an absolute wreck.
Just a comforting hand. Jordan is a light sleeper.
What a shitty dream.
Another one?
Another one. It's never the fun pegging.
Was it the mountains again?
It was.
I think we may have to pay another visit and take a closer look.
Yeah, there's certainly no reason to be too worried about seeing all this again.
Not 2 nights in a row. That's even for me. That's more than a coincidence.
Yeah. I'm sure nobody else knows any weird happenings going on.
We can always ask. I mean, I'm sure Envy's causing more than enough of her own chaos for there to be talk of happenings, but
That's true. You think they would have told us if something weird was happening, though, right?
I mean, with all the noise going on up here last night, I would run in the opposite direction if I were not involved. I mean, unless they want to get involved.
Ha.
It That's fair.
Would you be open? No kidding.
Yeah.
They probably would be.
Envy would not be, though.
We should. I would like to make a trip to the temple real quick this morning to see if anybody can check that out. And she kind of points to the pile of clothes on the floor that necklace that her dad gave her is kind of like in haphazardly. But then I think we should prepare for a trip up the mountain again.
We should.
And she'll get up and start getting dressed after giving Lorian a kiss.
5 more minutes, though.
Okay. I'm gonna go wash up.
I'll wait 5 minutes and then do my morning ritual, and not needing to necessarily go to the church, I'm gonna meditate with my sword.
Meditate.
Meditate.
Meditate with
Meditate.
your sword.
Yeah. What exactly does meditation with a sword look like?
I sit with my legs crossed and the sword across my lap, and I focus and pray. Because I'm a paladin.
mortal. Are you prepared for murder?
Yes, I am. I've been waiting so long.
Only who can stop forest fires?
Forest fires are bad. Murder, however.
This is the demon sword, right? The one I don't think Jordan knows about.
I mean, I've had it.
Like, she doesn't
Yeah.
know. She knows about the sword, but I don't think she knows that the sword is a demon sword.
She doesn't know everything about it.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure I know what sword we're talking.
Yeah, remind me, Lorian, what languages do you speak?
I speak none of the helpful languages. Celestial,
Sweet.
Common, and Giant.
Yes. As you're meditating over this blade, why don't you give me either straight wisdom or any skill that you believe would apply, which could be, I suppose, religion, arcana.
Ha ha.
Something or other, I'm not
You
sure.
wish I would use Arcana. My intelligence is a 9.
-2.
No, those rolls are bad. So wisdom, you say? Fuck yeah, 19.
Yeah,
Nice.
surprisingly good.
You don't dominate me. I dominate you.
What you were saying last night.
Damn right.
Yeah. As you're sitting down to meditate, you feel the heartbeat again. The unnerving, living beat of this weapon. And you hear a string of very near silent whispers. But you understand one word. Even though it's spoken in a different dialect on a different script. It loosely translates to kill.
I will, God.
Now you understand.
But that is all you... No, for the most part, that is all you understand from your meditation. Do you change your spells, or do you actually pray to a god, or...
I still worship the moon. So, yes, I'm gonna adjust my spells. Paladins are weird. Yeah, so I'm gonna change up my spell list because I can do that. D&D Beyond. But that's me. I
Cool.
I do my morning routine.
I have 2 important questions.
Shoot.
First important question. I received the. Did I receive the scroll I needed? I got that right.
No, he said a courier would be with you in some time.
Have they arrived yet? I prefer that they'd arrive yet.
No.
It's been a day.
I need it
been a
today.
night.
It's been
I
a...
literally need it today.
Second question, go for it.
Second question. Shit, what was my second question? It was important though. Let me see. You know, I don't remember the second question. It'll come to me because it's important.
While Lorian is still getting ready, Jordan's gonna make her way downstairs to find Guzrock.
Good morning.
Okay. Well, good morning. Thank you for letting us use one of your rooms again last night.
Quite welcome. In fact, you are welcome under my roof anytime. Also, no.
I wanted to talk to you about something.
Okay.
I don't very much like the idea, but I do trust you. And I will give you the goat head and the lion head and the dragon head. But the dragon head can be very useful if we keep it. Allows you to breathe fire once a day.
I also thought about that, and you are correct from my understanding after asking around and thinking about this. Some of the nastier aspects were taken from those animals. So I was thinking, why not, I could probably procure parts around the market. Why not part, instead of those three, why not, sorry, notes. Why not? Wolf head for loyalty.
Real quick, I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Okay. Oh no, my
Yes.
internet.
Wolf head for loyalty.
No.
Okay, it's back.
Cragcat. Cragcats are very playful. Cragcat. And a bear for its nurturing nature.
So we want to catch a crycat and a bear cub.
I could probably get parts of them from the alchemist shop.
To make one? I mean, wouldn't it just be easier to capture one?
Maybe, but I don't want to ruin a cragcat's life just to make something other life.
I mean, I think that's a fair exchange.
I mean, you can get life from two things. One, the first is more life, but that means killing. The other is from dead things.
Yeah. That is correct.
And quite frankly, if I go out to capture a cragcat, I'm gonna want to keep the cragcat.
You know what? I don't blame you. I would probably want to as well. Especially if it's a cub. Because even though it's scary, it would probably be cute.
They are adorable.
But you can still keep all of the heads. I will let you have all 3 of them. And you can do with the dragon head as you wish. Just try not to set Lorien on fire, is all I ask.
It will make good enchanting material. Thank you.
When Lorien comes down, we have a few things to discuss, but I have to head over to the temple really quick to figure out what this thing does. And she holds up the black necklace that her dad gave her.
Oh, that's quite a pretty bracelet.
Yeah, I don't know why I have the feeling that there are ill intentions behind it, but...
Well, at least your parents aren't trying to kill you for your decision. Like mine.
My dad's been trying to kill me long before.
Now he just has a better reason.
Well, hopefully you don't have to kill your parents, like I did. Also your brother.
If we see my brother, run in the opposite direction. Quickly.
Okay.
I'm back.
And Jordan will head off to try and find someone at the temple that
Before
can...
you go, I do have a question.
Yes.
I am expecting a courier with the scroll I need. Hopefully today. But I was wondering if I could acquire your assistance in truth-telling.
Right. Yes, not a problem. I have not prepared my spells for the day, so I can do that for you.
Well, as soon as I receive this scroll, I will be ready for your assistance.
Okay.
And I am going to go visit the armory. I will be back shortly, though I suppose I will wait for until Lorien is up.
I will try to return as quickly as possible.
How many sets of keys did I get?
You originally got 2.5 sets of keys. Three keys for the front door, but you only got 2 of the back door and like 2 of the pantry and stuff like that.
Okay. I'll make a note to make some extra keys.
Yeah, that won't be much of an issue whatsoever. They probably cost you like 5 silver a unit.
Easy peasy.
Done deal.
Hey! Sorry, the cat attacked my hand.
Hello.
It's coming for you.
I know. I was trying to pet her, and then she pounced on my hand.
Yeah, so I will prepare Guzrock's spell and look for someone at the temple who can cast an identify spell. So I can figure out what this thing is.
Yeah.
And if it's safe to wear.
Specifically, do you look for someone in general or just anyone?
Someone I would trust, but not Mother Magdalene.
That
So
is
yeah,
a
just
fair
anyone.
call.
Don't tell.
Yeah, right. Roll me a d20.
19.
You got lucky. You do find someone. It's probably Brother Elwyn.
Elwyn.
And he's a junior member of the church. But he is magically potent. So he'd normally ask for a chunk of coin, as is tradition for as is natural for the church, but being as you're a member yourself, he waves at this time and sits down to admire this little gift to you. Given a minute of study, he blinks, and the magical aura that fills his eyes, or the magical sight rather, fades. The young man, a slender little thing, as if they haven't seen much of a hard kind of physical day of their life, but that's fairly standard for the church. They level the jewelry to you, just letting it balance on one fingertip. I don't believe you'd like to wear that one, sister.
What is it? And why don't I want to wear it?
You seem to have a secret admirer. Someone is watching you.
What I'm afraid of. How does it work exactly?
It is but a simple piece. It is similar to the all-seeing eye, a spell wizards will commonly conjure. It allows one to cast their vision to a creation of their own, in which case, this middle gem here, the largest, it is the gem of their choice. It allows them to see from it.
I hope it wasn't on the top pile of the pile of your clothes.
I mean, she's kind of hoping it was.
It was quite a devious little enchantment. It took some scrounging to find. Most magical items reveal themselves to me quite easily.
Well, I thank you for your time and the energy of finding out what this piece does. I'll be sure not to keep it on my person.
That is likely wise.
And I will actually take it to my room and I will put it in my lead box with various other presents from my family.
Yeah, this probably isn't the first scrying piece of jewelry you've had to get rid of.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's why she was very, because there's, like, various, like, rings and bracelets and other kinds of, like, jewelry and brooches in this box.
Yeah.
And then I will take the time to re-prepare my spells before I head back to Guzra.
Lorian and Envy, are you up to anything for the day?
I'm just waiting for everybody else to be ready to go back out on adventures.
And Envy,
Hello.
were you up to anything exciting?
Can Envy and Lorian run into each other at some point?
Sure.
Lorian probably spends a decent chunk of her time at Guzrock's place.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was downstairs eating breakfast.
Then I will go downstairs and eat breakfast.
Cool. When you come down, I'm like, Lorian, I found a clue.
What? You found a clue? What kind of clue?
Yes, about Radimus.
Oh, well, that's ominous.
Yeah, I mean, I found a few. So, the one that I already told Guzrock about ended up not being a clue, but I forgot to tell him the actual clue that I found out. So I was at his table last night, and I looked in his book, his little notebook that he was writing everything in, and I caught a glimpse of some interesting things.
Such as?
Well, apparently he has a crush on this, like, elf dude, because he keeps drawing pictures of him on top of a mountain. In 2 of the notebooks that I saw, there's a picture of him on each one. Each of the first pages. And then, yeah, he just seems like an angry person. I think the little hee hello, I'm Rodimus Ingle. I think that is just fake.
Sounds fake.
I think he's acting.
Oh, well,
And he can teleport.
That's incredibly fortunate because I've also been having weird dreams about the mountain. And not the fun kind of pegging.
Oh. Well, it seems like we're gonna have to go to the mountain.
I think we're gonna have to go to the mountain. If you're saying Rodimus is up to no good, this is probably connected. We should we should go tell the others so we can get moving.
I don't know if he's up to no good, but he is definitely angry because it seems like his boss is sending him places that he doesn't feel like he is. I guess, I don't know. From what I understood, it seems like he was thinking that he's being treated like an errand boy, and he is worth more than that, or something along those lines. I don't know.
Did there happen to be a name for this elf that he's crushing on?
Not that I know of. It's just a picture of him. Oh, wait! I did ask him, and he gave me 7,000 different answers. But ultimately, he ended up on Thomas.
Thomas?
Yes. Because first, it was drawing. Well, so basically, first he had this red book, and the red book had all of the interesting stuff. That was his diary, right? And when I tried to get the book again, he ended up giving me a green book, and that only had the drawing of the elf wizard dude. And when I asked about him, basically he just said that he was a hero of old. He was here for several ages, and his name has been translated from a bunch of different languages. But the one that was common was Thomas. In common, not common as in a common name. I guess it still technically is a common name because it's common as in the language, but yeah.
All right.
But we can try and figure something out about Thomas.
Yeah, we should figure something out about Thomas.
I definitely don't think whoever this boss is has anything to do with what's going on. I just think that's the source of his anger.
All right. Well,
unless Thomas is the boss.
Well, hopefully it's not related.
Okay, sounds good. Oh yes, we should go find the others. Or we could wait for them. Did they say they were going to come back?
We should.
Back.
Oh well, there you go.
Oh, Guzrock is back.
Quick question, DL.
Yes.
Cat, stop.
The armor in question is not done yet, correct?
Not quite. It is very close, though.
Understood.
Roll me a 1d10.
Jordan would be back like an hour or so later.
Or
It will be that many days.
okay.
Around the time that Jordan is getting back, she probably finds time to walk into Gazrock's restaurant and get settled and have a seat. And then, seemingly out of the blue, Gazrock's business companion opens the door and in walks someone in very elegant, pressed uniform.
Well, our
Which
true
is
elegance
large.
is probably magical.
You can leave that assumption to yourself. But, yes, they're well shaven, well kempt. They've short, brown hair that's combed, and a little, more or less, briefcase, or rather a pouch. They step through the door, and he simply sits down at one of the nearest tables to the door and glances around the restaurant.
I'm gonna mouth to Allison. Who is that?
She closes the door and doesn't motion back to you.
Dang.
But at that point in time, the figure speaks. I believe every one of your little ragtag band of companions is in attendance. Please, join me.
Okay.
Do we have to? Ah, I'm just kidding. I'll sit
He
down.
said he'll sit down some spider kebab appetizers. Just for snacksies. So, what brings you here today?
I find you to be in a peculiar happenstance. You're, from what I can tell, a reliable band of mercenaries, but besides the big one, not affiliated with any official grouping, plus or minus the two religious folk.
That is about
That was
75%
a-
of the group.
Confusing sentence.
Oh, good, I was not the
Very
only
well
one.
was. Pray tell, I believe you had someone in attendance just recently. What can you tell me about Aradimus Ingle?
My God. A lot.
Seems to be a fine, upstanding wizard folk.
Can't say that I
Might be
know
a
him.
little bit crazed from forbidden knowledge, but hey, who am I to judge? In fact, aren't we all just a little bit crazy?
Mm. Who's asking?
I quite possibly may have misjudged. Those seemed like a lot of awfully frantic examinations of the person in question.
I read his diary.
Oh, pray tell, what was in there?
Before we get into the details, who are you?
That's what I was gonna ask. I said, who's asking?
I am but a well-wisher.
Butter?
Well,
What's
Insight
for
check.
who?
What's up, Butter?
Yeah, give me an insight check, please.
I'm gonna guide myself too.
I'll do an insight check
God
too.
damn it.
But I will call him Butter from now on.
18.
Envy and Guzrock, you have a hard time reading this fellow.
With an 18?
I'm not talking about you, Jordan. Calm down.
Didn't you just say Jordan?
Gosh. I didn't mean
Envy
to.
and Guzrock.
I
Envy
thought
and
he said Jordan. I misheard.
Yeah, Envy and Guzrock have a hard time reading this fellow. He is very kind of stern and collected. But Jordan, on the other hand, can very well notice a bit of pomp and kind of circumstance about him. He seems well-mannered just by the way he's sitting, and simply put, to ask such a strange question about such a strange man is a bit of a loaded question, to say the least. He probably has some sort of intelligence about strange goings-on.
Is he a well-wisher?
He is. At least as far as you're concerned.
So, does this well-wisher have a name?
I suppose he should. And this is when Shane realizes he forgot to write that name.
He's acting real shady, and Guzrock had me prepare a particular spell. I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
I was about to do that too. Good job.
Hey.
High five.
You may call me Tellan.
So you're telling me
Ah.
your name is
He needs to
Tellan.
make a charisma saving throw.
Mm,
I think the rest of us do too.
Yeah.
Everybody in the area has to. I willingly fail.
I'm still gonna call you Butter.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll privately.
Just don't roll a 19.
As per the spell, someone does know if they succeed.
Yep, so y'all know you can still lie.
You have the impression that perhaps your spell didn't necessarily work. Except on Lorien. They're ready to spill all their secrets.
She doesn't care about it. She's fine with Lorien. She's not the object of her obsession right now.
Not until
Rest
later
in
tonight.
peace.
What did you really think of my dinner last night? Oh shit.
So, Tellan.
It is an admirable little stunt, dear lady, but we are, and I can assure you, we are on the same side. You shan't be needing any magical alterations.
How can we trust you if you won't tell us a name or a well-wisher? What's your business with Ingle?
Also, what are you offering for my information?
I gave you a name.
Are you here to deliver the scroll I need?
I absolutely am not. But, to put it bluntly, I am concerned about Ingle. He appeared out of nowhere and sent you and many others like you on a merry quest. From what I can tell, there are few records of who Ingle might be. Seldom does a wizard go unknown within the Empire.
So he's unknown. That just means my information is worth a lot more.
So, you just want to know about this wizard?
Largely, I want to know why he is here, who he is, and where his affiliations lie, or allegiances lie, rather.
Never thought to ask.
I can
Few
tell
do.
you one person that he has an alliance with.
Go on.
I'm gonna hold up my hand like the little Cassius symbol.
The symbol that also means Kay is frantically digging through their books of notes.
No. I already know. I already repeated all the information that I know. To
No, she's got that tip
yeah.
hand going out.
That my information is worth more than just this.
Jordan is slightly proud in this moment because Jordan would have done the same thing. Anything for a buck.
I thought you said you didn't find anything.
Me? Oh, yeah, no, I forgot to tell you some other things. Yeah.
Oh, so you lied, okay.
I didn't lie. I just left out some of what I knew because I forgot about it.
I didn't lie,
That
I
is
just forgot.
That is technically not lying, but that is deception. Well played.
Oh, thank you. Well, do you want to know your information or
That
no?
pains me. Hands up if you have a fucking passive perception of 12 or higher.
Yes.
No.
Me,
Everyone.
I have a 10.
Oh, that is
I have
unfortunate.
I have a 15.
I have a 16.
I have a 17.
My dumbass looking off in the other
What
direction.
do you have? I rolled a stealth with plus 11 and rolled a fucking 12 in total, so nat 1. Yeah, everyone except Lorien. Talon is not alone. Someone or something is also in the room, but glancing around the nearest table, it
Were
is
they-
seemingly using some sort of light distortion. To
Have they
appear
been there this whole time? Because they would have had to make a saving
Yes.
throw too. And I would have detected them right then.
I suppose they can make a wisdom save.
Because then this whole situation would have been different because I know who my spell hits.
Uh, 23 against your DC.
So,
Which is fine, but I still would have pinged that it hit somebody that...
Yeah, it would have
wasn't
hit something
supposed to.
someone else that you don't know. But alas, yes, someone else is in the room.
For a well-wisher, you don't seem to come alone.
And whatever do you mean, dear?
I go in the direction where my spell hit. Now, Envy, what do I do to friends that cross me?
You melt their faces off, or who else? Who was the one that melted the face off?
Jordan attempted to, anyways.
Yeah, you, I don't know, you heard them.
And I will
Yeah,
reach
make
out
an
for my
opposed
spell hit.
athletic or acrobatics check as this shadow or blur tries to grapple you.
What'd you say, acrobatics or athletics?
Either
They're
one.
both the same, so it don't matter. But I'm in armor, so I'll just go athlete.
Against a 15.
A natural 1.
Nice.
Yeah, you step towards them, and suddenly the blur disappears, and there is a shrouded figure, a person wearing a bandana under over their lower face, and dark black robes. They suddenly step behind you and press a blade up against your throat.
Well,
But
that was
Talon
a bad
instantly
idea.
raises his hand. Peace, whisper. You are not on your game today. Let the lust go.
Also, read the fucking sign.
Also, there's a sword pressed up against their hip.
There probably is.
Now, Lorian's sword is pressed up against the hip.
Queen,
That's
stop.
why Jordan said that was a bad move.
Glancing down, the knife they do have at your throat is kind of ghastly and, at a glance, coated with something vicious. But they step away and they, hold up their arms and take their knife and delicately put it back down their shirt.
Are they wearing pants?
They are.
Well, I'm disappointed.
I am apologetic for the subterfuge, but it pays to come with friends.
You know what else pays? Hold up the tip thing again. Information. This is taking a little longer than I think we all thought it would.
The folk that was previously just cuddling Jordan lifts his hand and holds a gem that's hanging off his ear, and he pauses for a moment and then simply says quietly, Oracle wishes claw, sight fruitful, beings of shell within trees, bearings of the North Star.
What the fuck is this guy saying?
Sight slim.
Do I recognize? Is any of this familiar?
I'll give Lorian a DC 20 intelligence.
DC 20 intelligence?
Well, that's not possible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not possible. I have a -1, you jerk.
Okay, I'll give you.
Unless.
Lorian is also
a very
not
difficult check,
trying
just
to
roll.
figure it out.
It's a fucking 9.
It's code. You work in the same system of phrasing with your own spy, but you have no fucking idea what it means.
Yep, that's all fucking gibberish. I'll make a note of it, though. It sounds suspicious as fuck.
When he started talking, can I try and cover my hand over his mouth? Like zooed up?
I don't know what Zuda is.
You know, I'm really starting to think that they're not really well-wishers. So, Envy, I think your price for information just went up.
I do
And
too.
the more shady you guys get, I think that price is going to get a little higher.
It seems my own information was just fruitful. It does benefit me to tell you that a new job has become available.
Depends on what it is and what you know.
Hey.
Also, if you have
Ozark.
a scroll of regeneration.
I do not. I am not a magical folk. I do apologize.
Well, alright then.
But subterfuge has gotten me nowhere thus far in this discussion.
Uh-huh.
I
What
would
are
have
you
used.
trying to do, young?
I would have used that to try and cover that dude's mouth the moment he started saying shady stuff.
Give me an opposed acrobatics.
Fuck! What's with me and
Oh my-
these ones?
So many ones. Gotta love it.
Clear my dice.
Yeah, he
You.
deftly steps about
Oh, wait,
2
that
inches
didn't
to
work.
the left and ignores you.
Mm. No, wait,
Uh,
I rolled a D100. Oops.
Alright, seriously, what's going on?
He was saying shady stuff,
Oh, yes, we know
and that is why I went. Oh, I thought you were asking me what's going on.
Oh, no, no,
Surely, around the room, at least one, if not all of you, are familiar with the realm of Relgast and how its allegiances lie.
Yeah.
It is spread between the Drillaris and Sladonius.
Mhm.
We've recent word that sovereign forces have been within our territory.
Okay.
Though we're loath to follow up on any information ourselves, as that would look rather damning if something went wrong.
Mhm.
You are not making any sense again.
Is
Somebody is in the territory that's not supposed to be.
Yes.
So
And-
from where?
From Romgast. Romgast?
Rolgast is the continent you're in.
From the kingdom that
The sovereign of Sladonius, the realm to the south. One of these days, I am actually going to draw a map for you guys.
Okay. So not the
No, currently
Drill-
Skian is located within the Drillaris Empire.
Okay, that's the one that I fought for?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
And why do you guys think people from what's it called? Sladonis? Are you?
Sladonius. Yes.
Sladonians, whatever. Same difference. Why do you think they're here? Where did you get this information from?
My wizard divined it.
Your wizard?
Just
Ooh. Just now?
Yes.
Where does
That
it
is
say
what
they
my
are?
underling was saying.
Okay. So that's fine if he's the bottom, but what are you asking us to do? To go talk
To
to,
get
these people?
Well, at first I was hoping to receive more information about a shadowy figure who very well may be a dangerous individual.
No.
But
talking about Radibus?
now that my business partner has confirmed the presence of unwelcome guests, to put it nicely, I am more concerned. Thus,
Is this in
I
relation
wish to hire you.
stricken gold?
I believe it does.
So I assume you don't want my information then?
Not for coin.
Hmm? I'm not gonna have sex with you.
I was suggesting I don't pay for it at all.
The sex or the information?
Well, that sucks.
But
Because
alas,
you're not getting it. That's not the way an exchange works.
Wow,
It-
it sounds like a no to the sex, but you may
Yeah.
pony up for the information at least. You're not doing.
I mean,
very
at
well with
least-
this negotiation.
At least I just say I have a headache. That was brutal.
alas, I can muster soldiers. That is no issue. But if I can hire some lovely well-wishers to deal with my problem themselves, then I'd be very well grateful.
Thought Well Wisher was your last name. Butter.
Well-wisher is everyone's last name in my books. Until
What?
proven.
What are we looking at? And how much?
And how long?
What exactly is this job?
And where at?
A place I believe you're familiar with.
You're speaking in riddles.
Why?
Just get to the point.
My friend over there was watching closely as you worked for the wizard the first time around. They're largely on a similar path. The few forces we were able to scry upon, they've set up a small camp around the base of the Korhalder Mountains.
I look at
Few of them
Lorian.
have traveled north into the mountains themselves.
Well, I totally think you guys are going in the wrong direction.
As do I. What lies in the mountains, I cannot tell. Why are they traveling? Why have they expressly passed upon every important stronghold and foundation within the Drelaris Empire and traveled to these decrepit mountains? That is what I want you to find out.
Finally, an answer.
Mhm. And for how much? How long? Payment up front?
The good of the realm is on the line, and you are still begging for coin.
How is it the
I
good of the
suppose I
realm?
cannot fault you.
I don't give a shit about the good of the realm. You see the symbol on me?
Yes, I should very well be concerned. I should very well have my dear friend over there.
And over my years,
I would not finish that statement.
Stick my tongue out at him.
But alas, I would be willing to pay you heartily. Say, in the realms of around 300 coins each, should you provide interesting information. Or should you bring down any of our unwelcome guests. And or both.
So are you paying us to go on a kill mission or a fact-finding mission? Because those are two different tiers of play here.
Preferably
Also,
both. You'll get
this-
paid for each of them.
This sounds
300
less-
gold each for each mission we complete.
Precisely.
This sounds less like a job, as in you are hiring us, and more like you are just a walking flyer that says information, reward 300 gold for each piece of useful information you receive.
If it were that simple, I'd have laid out flyers, young friend.
We're not friends, but
Less.
okay.
Unfortunately, this information is a little bit more sensitive. Thus, why I come to you in privacy of your friend's restaurant.
Yes, and what I'm saying is, if we're gonna travel to the mountains, which is where we totally weren't planning on going, it'll be way out of our way from where we were originally planning on going. I'm just gonna need a little bit of incentive to want to go there.
Yeah,
I
he
need it to
reaches
be
into his
worth
pocket
my
and takes
time.
out a nice little gem and throws it over to the corner of the room. Go get it.
No.
Unfortunate. You didn't fall for my ruse.
You go get it for me.
Oh,
This
not
is
Harry.
getting us nowhere.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
can we wrap
Jordan.
this up?
Yes, I believe your friend is right. Would you appreciate the job or not?
I look at Guzrock and Lorien the last time we were in the mountains. It was quite treacherous. Is this an endeavor that we want to take on again? For any amount of money?
While they're talking, I slowly go over and grab the gem.
Yeah, sweet. You get a garnet worth 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
At the question of actually going through with this, Lorian just kind of rubs her temple, and there's not much incentive to trust this guy. He can't even be forthright with information, so believing that we'll be paid seems a bit far-fetched, especially since he keeps assassins in the shadows during peaceful meetings. You're not giving us much faith to lean on here with your intentions.
Oh. There's, if you wish to do, I recommend a good way of providing incentive is half up front and then the rest later, or a portion up front.
Let's not include this garnet.
He glances up to his underling and says something along the lines of POA, insistent, bountiful riches upon them with haste. And his underling, his assassin friend, reaches into a bag of holding and withdraws a hearty sack of coin and simply places it on the table in front of Talon. If you are so insistent to do good for the realm, I suppose I can pay a little bit up front.
Do I know who Talon is? The 13.
Do I know who he is?
Yeah, why doesn't everyone just give me a history roll? And basically roll a d20. Roll a nat 20.
Jesus Christ.
Because it is obviously a fake name.
Do I recognize him from somewhere?
I did with advantage.
Well, I rolled a 20.
Yeah, Lorian, and to some degree of imagination, Jordan, you know that someone that conveniently has invisible assassins probably has a pretty high position, but you also understand that, you know, they absolutely do not work in real names.
And where are you from, sir?
He's
Which
not going to
side?
answer that question.
Which side?
You know,
The
Telga.
realm. He just didn't say which one.
Yeah, exactly.
I hail from Telgadon, which is, for the unenlightened, the capital of the Drillaris.
I'm not even going to insight check him. I just don't believe him.
I side check him. Never mind. I believe him. I say, okay.
Or not that I don't believe him. I don't trust him. So whether he's telling the truth or not.
Yeah, roll it.
You want me to see if I actually know if he's telling? Okay. Natural 1, which is good.
16.
Yeah, Envy and Jordan, Yeah, it seems like he's from Telgaden. Gazrock, on the other hand, you get... Like, looking at his face, you realize that he is kind of getting a bit fed up with this conversation, and he just blatantly lets forth the fact that, yes, he is from Telgaden. That was a... At least as far as you can tell, that was a truthful statement.
No, I still don't trust.
So, the issue with being a spy is you need to provide something to garner trust. You understand that in your position this is a difficult thing to do, since you do not usually work in such fields. So...
Oh, go on.
Also, I take out a roll of parchment paper real quick and I'm starting to write something.
I'm counting the money that's in the bag.
So, you're looking to hire us for a job that your men cannot currently do. This requires putting our livelihoods at great risk, and is a current conflict of interest until I receive a much needed scroll. And while I am fully interested in keeping this realm safe, it is imperative I know who I'm working with, even if I do not know their identity, if you understand.
I do believe I do. As your companion will find, should she be able to count to 500, there is a hearty bag of coin there for you.
You know, insulting is not a good way for us to get on good terms. You lie, you hide, and you insult.
Yeah,
Do you really want us to help the realm, or are you just trying to piss us off so that we stab you?
I'm genuinely at the point where we can tell him to fuck off.
A hearty bit of both. But pray, be gentle. I'm just teasing.
You're not in a position to tease. We are not on good terms. We are not friends. Guzrock can tease me. We have risked our lives for each other.
I go, boop. Poke her nose.
I lean over. Can I tease you?
You can see that Jordan was not expecting Guzrock to do that, and she's really trying to hold in, not retaliating.
She's trying to look stern.
No, she's trying to keep herself from hurting him because she's mad.
No,
not yet.
He wouldn't have really done that. That was me wanting to do it out of character. But no, he understands it's a serious moment. All right.
Go on.
If when do you need an answer by?
We don't have a strict deadline. The sooner the better. As far as we're concerned, we don't know what they're up to in our territory, but we want to work out why. Soldiers are a bit too much of a blunt trauma for this kind of work.
It's true, I am a blunt trauma to many people.
I wasn't referring to you, I was referring to common mooks.
Well, that would have been a compliment. Well, if you are willing to return in the morning, I'm sure we can have an answer for you after some discussion.
Yeah, don't call us, we'll call you.
Just remember just make sure you remember your fake name so that when we call you, you actually arrive.
Oh yeah, you don't want to give us the wrong fake name when we try and get in contact with you about this totally legitimate job.
Hmm.
Also, I'm writing up a contract on everything we've talked about today.
But alas, yes, I'll allow you time to think upon it. Though, believe me when I say, it would be a good thing you're doing.
This is the one thing we should
What's that?
believe.
Of all of the things, this is the one thing.
It may. I suppose you are right.
You see how this causes a problem for all of us.
As far as the Dralaris Empire is concerned, we believe it would be a good thing. But alas, with that, I shall be off to leave you to your meditation and conversation.
We will speak tomorrow then.
He, gets up and wanders away to the door, which Alice opens for him, leaving the bag of a shitload of coin on the table.
Guzrak does not take the bag.
Oh, Jordan's already.
You know.
Yeah, and we would turn and be like, I say we just take it and run.
So, I own a restaurant. I can't run. And my restaurant is literally built into the ground. Unless we can make the ground fly, and I just have a flying restaurant.
Oh man, we could totally get
I
to
mean-
that point.
If we can harness the magic of the Feywild, I hear that can make shit fly.
I mean, there are portals opening up all around.
That is true. Also,
Do you want to hear the contract I've written so far?
in a moment.
Okay.
So you all are aware. I get the sense that he is just really bad at people's skills. I also get the sense that he was not lying when he does say that he works for the Dralaris Empire, which he should have said up front, and intends to find a way to quietly deal with the issue of this potential invasion. So I do not believe he was lying. I think he's just really bad socially. Probably does not come out much. Seems like a spy master to me. That kind of thing. You all were talking about the mountains before, were you not?
We totally were not.
Did we mention that to Guzrak?
I haven't mentioned the mountains.
Never mind, I must have hit my head. There's a lot of roleplay going on today.
We 100% were not talking about the mountains, and then I wink.
Now I'm confused. More confused.
That's okay, we're all confused at this point.
Whether we're going into the mountains is a moot point. Guzrak, you have the most to lose for us investigating someone you're waiting for something from.
It is true.
We could just tell him at some point we could take the job once your thing comes in.
Imagine if my thing comes in, and I'm hoping it comes in today, because I've got plans that
Well, you know the way deliveries are.
magic deliveries. They can literally teleport. Literally
Yes.
teleport. Do you know how quickly teleporting is? You're gonna be on one side of the
Yeah,
world.
I found that out last night,
and
actually.
you did.
It was really annoying.
Yes, you can literally be on one side of the world and then on the other. And then inside
But also,
it,
not everyone knows how to teleport. Could be a small business you ordered from.
I imagine someone with vast magical powers probably employs other magical people, and if they have resources like that, they probably have ways of accessing them rather quickly. So yes, I am expecting it to be very, very soon.
Anyways, do you want to hear the contract that I'm going to get him to sign for us to do this job?
Sure.
We will travel to the mountain to figure it, and it's also like really bad. Like the handwriting is not the best handwriting. But it says we will travel to the mountain to figure out why unwelcome people are here in this realm. We will be given, or we have been given, 500 gold pieces beforehand, and then 300 gold pieces each. For each piece of information we give the employer. The employer claims this will be a, quote, good thing, but if it is not a, quote, good thing, then we can kill said employer. No fighting back. Sound like good terms?
Is that guy still in the room?
No, he walked off to leave you to your
No,
teleport.
the hidden guy who, was spying on us.
No, he was very much not hidden, so he walked off away as well.
Okay.
He was probably ordered away.
No, that's fine.
What-
I wanted to make sure we weren't openly talking about
While
this guy's boss.
Envy is reading the contract, Jordan's not really paying attention. She's just thinking pensively.
Wait, no, we don't have to talk about this quietly. I was going to show this to the employer, and he was going to sign it too. Hence why the no fighting back was added.
I gave you my thoughts on the subject.
If Radimus Single is from the south and here for nefarious reasons, and we helped him in any way, she kind of gets she shakes a little bit, like she's getting a little, like she just had a gross thought, like a very bad mental picture. We didn't help the good of the realm. I'm gonna never say that again.
But they don't have to know that.
They already know that.
They already know that.
Who?
That's why they came to us. They know that we helped Radimus on the mountain. That's why they came to us.
The problem with them is, while they appear to be telling the truth, best I can tell, the problem with them is that they're not good at interaction. They do their work in the shadows.
You are a big minotaur. That will be hard for doing work in the shadows.
I don't know, I cast a pretty large shadow.
Oh, we could work in your shadow. Okay, sorry. Yes, continue.
What I was going to say is that if it does come to light outside of... You know what? It's not even his real name. I don't even need to remember it.
Just call him Butter.
Then we've committed treason. And
It's not the pawns who commit treason.
much as I don't care to be on the side of treason, I don't like Radimus either.
I kind of did.
But if we're gonna do this job, we will take these people's money. But I want us to do this because this is something we want to do. Do we want to find out what Radimus was really doing on that mountain for us? Or for somebody else?
We can do it for both, or we could just do it all for us, but still take the job, and it would still be for us.
I just said we were going to take the money, but I'm not going to do this job if not everybody wants to do it for their reasons and not his.
Oh yeah, no, I have my reasons why I would want to do it.
No, the reason I mentioned the money is because it is meant for compensation for wages lost and damages to life and limb.
Yes, we will definitely take the money if we do this, but I want to make sure that we are doing this for us, for our reasons, and not theirs.
And as a team.
My allegiance is not necessarily to the crown. My allegiance is to a god, so empires, sovereigns, they come and go.
Yes, I agree. My allegiance is not to a god, but I am in the same boat, just a different ocean.
Well, I am not in that boat, but I do believe in upholding...
You have to speak up, we can't hear you.
I am not in that boat, but I believe in upholding honor and being forthwith with mistakes.
Lorian, what are your thoughts, dear?
I'm curious about the mountain. I don't give two shits about that man's proposition. He gave us nothing to believe or trust in. It's kind of weird where you expect people to buy into what you want, but then you act like an asshole and treat them like shit the entire time. It doesn't inspire faith or... Yeah.
Also... sorry.
I was just going to say I don't feel like the dreams will stop until I look into the mountain. So I support the idea of doing it for us, not because somebody else is low-key threatening us.
And bouncing off of that, we can also decide whether or not we want to give him whatever information we find out. We are not legally bound to it.
And Gazrak, if anything, you can ask for that scroll from them as well, if you don't receive it from Ingle today.
I should receive it. It would be thematically appropriate.
Are you getting a scroll from Ingle?
Yes, I am. I've been waiting days for it.
He's probably not coming back.
We can just kidnap him whenever he comes and just question him.
You said he teleported away. He may not be coming back.
Reiterated, it's been a day since Ingle teleported away.
He's got magic. His resources have magical transport. We know this. He's a high-level wizard.
But we also know that he's up to something, and he teleported after being confronted by Envy. He may not be coming back.
Oh no, he's not coming back. He sent me a courier, a magical courier.
Well, then we can kidnap the courier.
I just don't want you to be disappointed when the person who betrayed us doesn't deliver on the thing you bought. I'm trying to be realistic here so we don't waste more time waiting for something that won't show up. I don't see why he would keep his promise after revealing that he wasn't working in our best interest from the start. Does that make sense? No? Okay. Well, I'll wait. If we want to spend more time on this, then...
No, it's fine.
Okay. You're very insistent on it coming.
Well, we did tell the guy that don't call us, we'll call you. And I can't call him until tomorrow.
Oh, that was a polite way of telling him to fuck off.
Well, cool. Looks like we have a few days or a day to,
I did say that he could
chill
stop by.
We can't hear you when you mumble.
I did say that he could stop by tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Yes. We can just act like we don't know him if we don't have the answer yet.
Mhm.
Or if we don't
That
want
was-
to give him
we
our answer.
That
have
was before you told him to fuck off.
It was.
It's okay. We'll figure it out. We're all good.
I thought we came to an answer. We're gonna go up the
Yes.
mountain for our reasons, but take his money.
Yes.
Yes. I was saying I meant to say if we wanted to give him the answer tomorrow morning or not.
Well, I can't call him until tomorrow, and if Guzrock offered him an invitation for tomorrow, we still have the day. Either way.
Yes. Woohoo! We can find out more information.
Right?
Well, this
Yeah,
means I
yeah.
have a
I
lot
don't
more
have
work to
something.
do, so. If you will excuse me, it was, a morning.
This was a morning. I thought we were going to go out and adventure.
Oh,
we still
hey.
can.
Lorian, it was another scrying jewelry, by the way.
Oh, did we call it?
Yep.
What was?
The shitty necklace her father gave her.
That's funny. So he's like trying to watch you?
Not me.
It's
Oh.
probably to keep an eye on me.
Oh.
Hoping that we talk about family things and not my family things.
Do we want to pull a prank on him?
No.
No.
You have no idea what you're dealing with.
I was just gonna say we could put it on someone else. But that's okay.
Well, I'm going to spend my day making sure I'm ready to go into the mountains. If you guys don't mind, I will see you. Well, Lorian, I'm sure I'll see you first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I guess I'll go on a little adventure of my own. Don't know where, but I'll figure it out. I'll prepare to go in the mountains too.
Why don't we all just agree to go to the mountains? We just don't have to go to the mountains for this reason.
Just go right now?
I mean, I don't know. I don't
I mean,
know.
I'm good to go
This
now.
day's been confusing.
That's alright.
I mean, I'm actually ready to go now. I just need to get away from this.
That's okay. Well, how about we all take an hour or two and then regroup and decide if we want to go today.
I'm ready to go today if we're going today. Just not the today that is now because it's actually time to stop.
Yes.
I too
Sounds
am ready
good.
to go.
Alright, we'll take a little bit to prepare and then regroup. In an hour, aka a week. Actually, 2 weeks technically, because I won't be here. But unless you guys still are gonna run.
Well, Shay and I probably won't be here either.
Oh yeah, because you'll be with me.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Gozrock, are you coming up the mountain with us?
Guzrock. I'm assuming yes. They're a million miles away.
He left. He things got real busy for him. He has to plan to make sure the restaurant stays afloat now. If he's gone, he's probably still doing fine.
Cool. Sounds good.
Alrighty. Well, I think that's a good time to wrap it up, GM. It's time to go.
Yes, I do believe it is. Sorry about that one. That was a very slow and sluggy sounding kind of episode. But, Lasso, I don't know. We're going adventuring next week, so yeah, we'll be able to do some fun things and actually see some combat and I don't know, kill things maybe. Or get stuck in a storm and I don't know. But yes, that was the clusterfuck that I call Winter's Gate.
Well, thanks everybody for watching. This has been Winter's Gate, as mentioned. We will see you in 2